What's up, everybody? I am back with a short video here, but something I saw on my Twitter feed earlier this morning that I wanted to make sure I show you guys and react to, because this is something that you ladies out there need to see. Matter of fact, guys need to see this too, because if you're curious as to how a guy knows where he found the one, got video to show. This, ladies and germs, is how you find the one.
Can I? Okay. Let it be. Can we do the drive-thru? Yeah.
Oh, let me yeah. McQueen got emotional and broke down in tears of joy after realizing that his 6'8" Cuban girlfriend is the one for him, as he took her to McDonald's for Valentine's Day, and she was still grateful for the food. Let me read that again in case you're hard of hearing. McQueen got emotional and broke down in tears of joy after realizing that his 6'8" Cuban girlfriend is the one for him, as he took her to McDonald's for Valentine's Day, and she was still grateful for the food. Now, let's play.
Can I? Okay. Let it be. Can we do the drive-thru?
What?
Or you want to sit down? You want to sit down?
Oh, you like this?
You want to do the drive-thru? You want to get the food and go eat somewhere?
You don't got a problem with the Mickey D's?
I'm hungry. I don't give a fuck. Can we get a drive-thru and we can sit somewhere like at the beach or something?
Nah, that's me.
Look at this face.
Can we? I just don't like to sit on McDonald's.
So you fucking with the McDonald's?
I'm hungry. I don't care. Whatever. But let's go eat somewhere nice. Like, you want to go to the beach and eat the burgers?
Hey, spam W's in the motherfucking chat, yo. Everyone knows why this is a W. Everyone knows why this is a W. We don't even got to explain nothing. This is why. Just spam a W in the motherfucking chat right now. I thought you was finna spaz the fuck out right now.
I'm hungry. It's 9 p.m. Miami is full. It's packed. I want something quick too. Going to Miami right now is probably like an hour or something. I don't. It's okay.
Bitch, I might love you.
That reaction said it all.
Shut up. Because I want McDonald's? That's crazy.
No, not because you want McDonald's. You just don't understand how deep this is right now. Okay?
American shit, damn. Can you give me my McFlurry? Can you give me an ice cream too?
Yeah, I'll get you whatever you want, baby.
Aww.
I ain't gonna lie, because what you just did hit a pimp right in the heart.
You can have
What?
all the freaking
Yeah, it hit a pimp right now in the heart. You don't understand, man. You might bring a tear. You might bring a pimp tear to my eye right now.
What is going on, child?
You might have just brought a motherfucking tear to my eye right now. A pimp tear, to be exact.
What is going on, child?
I didn't think that it was possible to find a broad in America that would have the response that you are having right now.
Because I'm not American. What is going on? Guys, tell it I want a burger. Why is he not moving? Papi, come on.
I might get emotional. Hold on. I might get emotional. We're gonna get your big ass out the car, and I'm gonna get you whatever you want on this menu.
Okay, thank you.
You know what? I thought you was you was gonna have a motherfucking problem.
that, oh God, and it gets me right in the feels. This, you know what this is? You know what this is? Remember the Cheesecake Factory viral video a couple years back where that crazy entitled girl, because it's not even like a woman, this is a little girl by mentality is concerned, got real uppity on the first date with that guy that she accepted a date to, because first of all she was super late meeting him, but he took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Instead of just enjoying the dining experience like a rational person, she took it upon herself to try to put him on blast on social media and try to get people on her side, but nobody was on her side. Even the females was clowning that woman, because that is just wild of behavior. This is the polar opposite of that, where a woman just, okay, let's go to Cheesecake Factory. Just, this is what a guy is like. At least one of the biggest things that a guy is looking for in a lady, where she just perfectly fine. Oh, McDonald's? Sure. Can I get a McFlurry? And she didn't give him no lip. She didn't look at him cross-eyed. She didn't smack her lips. She didn't do no neck swerve thing. None of the cliche girl stuff. She didn't go on her phone trying to talk trash in front of her to her girlfriend and say, you wouldn't believe what this man did. No, she didn't do none of that. She was chilling. Her body language said it all. She was chilling. Okay, can we get a McFlurry? And ice cream. She was fine. It's just, if I doubt this was a test, but even if it was, she passed with freaking flying colors, because like he just looked so astonished. Because us guys for a long time, like at least a handful of years now, have been dealing with a swirl or just like a typhoon of entitlement coming from the opposite sex. Not all, but there was just like a swirling vortex. It's just trying to claw our way out of, at least for the most of guys, trying to claw their way out of, trying to get out of this maelstrom, because trying to find a woman who is just, because it isn't, like he said, like she doesn't know. We just want a girl who's there for us. It isn't about the McDonald's. It could have been, Texas Roadhouse. It could have been like, a Michelin star restaurant. Doesn't really matter. Just it being just a McDonald's, and she was fine with that, shows that she was there for him. She was so into him. It doesn't really matter. It's like he's treating I like the guy. He's treating me for Valentine's Day. I'm hungry. It's McDonald's. Hey, we can just chill out at a McDonald's, eat inside. And this dude just in tears. He's in tears. Because this is what most guys want. Just like a normal woman who understands what kind of guy she with. She understands like she's, not the hot shit in the champagne glass. She's a beautiful woman, of course. But this is a signal for a lot of guys that a woman who carries herself properly, not just aesthetically, but in terms of mentality, she clearly was raised right. She wasn't raised to be just a passenger princess or daddy's little princess or whatever kind of princess. She was raised in a healthy mindset, knowing probably because given the fact that she's Cuban or something like that, she probably was like raised in with healthy healthy men in her life, seeing like how the women in that dynamic treat the man that is doing his duty and how she's supposed to be operating within her femininity. It's scarce, that kind of mindset is scarce in America. He didn't have to go abroad to find a woman with this healthy mindset. It's not like he drives a nice car. I'm pretty sure he can afford a better dining experience, but he clearly needed to be sure. So because of this small gesture on her part signifies that in the long run, when he does spend a certain amount of money, it won't feel like she's gonna be taking. She ain't there for whatever like resources he has or whatever things he can do for her. It isn't like she isn't there to be a taker. God, man, this is what guys ultimately want for in terms of like, I know there's gonna be certain women out there like God, I bet he's like sleeping around. He probably banged all the whole neighborhood. Blah blah blah. It's like no. When guys are seriously want to look for a healthy long-term relationship, our approach is vastly different from approaching in terms of approaching a woman for potential marriage is vastly different how we approach a woman if we just wanted to just hit. And it would help you ladies if you want to know which one is he's kind of after. Probably a good idea to ask certain questions to figure where he's at immediately, so you don't feel like you're getting railroaded and wasting your time. But for a guy, when he's on his purpose, when he's on his mission, and he's looking for like a particular woman in his stage of life for a long-term relationship, we as men need to know that down the line you'll still be there. You're not just there for what we can just give to you. We're building each, like most men are trying to build like a kingdom in their own making, and we're trying to find a suitable queen that will hold down the fort and not burn it to the freaking ground with an accusation or just out of greed or pettiness or trying to get a get back or anything like that. We want like just like the simple basic stuff. We don't ask for much. God,
I'm hungry. I don't care. Whatever. But let's go eat somewhere nice.
I'm hungry. I don't care. Let's eat somewhere nice.
Like, you want to go to the beach and eat the burgers?
Hey, spam W's in the motherfucking chat, y'all. Everyone knows why this is a W. Everyone knows why this is a W. We don't even got to explain nothing. This is why.
She's confused. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably explained it to her later on. Because maybe, like, because, most women don't understand the male perspective. Because they're so used to just getting stuff. Most of them. They're used to wanting to be flown out, getting all these experiences, travels, and going to these events and going on yachts and just being treated with just random gifts on not even just Valentine's, it's just any other day. Most women are just so used to just getting that off rep, getting free drinks. It's the basic. So the fact that she wasn't thinking of herself, she just want to go out to eat with her man on Valentine's Day. She didn't care where, because her main focus, her only concern is to make sure she's having that time with him. And it's like, guys need to know this stuff. It used to be kind of plain as day back in the day, not even just with like the 50s, like 60s, 70s, getting to the 80s. There's like a certain dynamic where there's expectation on both ends of the spectrum. Ladies are not too concerned about just taking from a guy, like, oh, you gotta get me. It was just enough that he had a job, that he had like a good head on his shoulders. For most cases, that was enough. But then, like, time went on, certain women get more entitled, certain women get more greedy, and seeing other girls getting all these crazy experiences and crazy gifts from guys who probably got way more money than the average dude, now they feeling left out. So they put, they get envious, and they like, why don't you do this for me like the same way Bradley did for Raquel? It's like, because I don't got money like Bradley like that. But that's all about, a lady knowing who she's with and how good he's treating her and being satisfied with that.
Just spam a W in the motherfucking chat right now. I thought you was finna spaz the fuck out right.
And that will be our first instinct, because we've gotten so used to women wigging out on us for the tiniest thing that a certain woman would like make a mountain out of an anthill for the tiniest thing, like that Cheesecake Factory girl. It's like guys want to know that you're there for them. You're like, just to be like, because we're sort of there for you, because we want to make sure like all of our attention's on you. We want to make sure you have a good experience. We like to be able to, show you out and, do all this and that and the third for you, because we have an invested interest in you, not just in terms of sex, but also in terms of like potential marriage, marriage potential. We need to know that we can trust you in the long run to not essentially screw us over for the tiniest thing. Won't cause a problem over the tiniest thing. Because if she would have acted like that Cheesecake Factory girl and had a baby with her or married her, that won't stop at the Cheesecake Factory. That'll be something else. It'll grow even bigger. It'll be something like, you didn't, pick up the eggs that I asked you and then made this huge fight out of it. There's something that's not ultimately a big deal. And it'll progress in other tiny or medium-sized things and act like it's the most largest thing in the world. And then ladies like that tend to go run to her family and friends and tell this half story that make her look like, unfulfilled, unappreciated girlfriend or wife, and he's just scum of the earth that's not doing his part, without giving her the full spectrum of what happened. Guys want to avoid that. He is in the know now that since she did not make this a whole thing, he can trust her not making everything a thing. That if she has to make something a thing, he knows it's probably very important, because she rarely makes things a thing. It's like, oh, you can regulate your emotions. You have a sensible mindset of a woman. You're not entitled. She's dressing decently. She's not like, I can't see the entire thing, but I'm pretty sure her fit is like reasonable as they're stepping out. and she's polite and she's cute.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. It's 9 p.m. Miami is full. It's packed. I want something quick too.
She wants something quick. She ain't trying to like break the bank.
Going to Miami right now is probably like an hour or something. I don't know. It's okay.
She's concerned about his time, their time. I was like, let's just go here. It's fine. I ain't trying to, waste our time going out there. It's like, because any other woman, any other entitled woman would have no qualms of wasting this guy's gas. Probably, raked in, like, just because it's Valentine's Day, raked in like $400-500, worth of a meal and dining experience or whatever. So yeah, like more money, on top of the gas, and then also probably the gifts, for Valentine's Day. It's just like, she also saved him money. She, if a girl not only like either or both saves you or increases your wealth, it's an immediate keeper. Because, to a guy, time is not just money, it's our body. We have to put in laborious or even if it was at the office, like probably mental or just burning candles at both ends, long hours, whatever job a guy would do. All that, is like, energy, muscle, like, mental, all that stuff we have to pour into those long hours just to be able to afford to be able to do something nice for you, to take care of you. But the fact that like he can just take her somewhere where it's reasonable. And obviously, they probably won't eat at McDonald's every time. I'm pretty sure they eat nice every once in a while. But the fact that I'm not even sure if this is like their first, not the first date, but it's probably like their first like Valentine's Day, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know these people, but that is just such a big deal. It's like, dude, wife her up. Like, I'm pretty sure that's registering in his brain. That is clicks for a guy immediately. The fact that she is like making this, it's a minor sacrifice on a girl's part, which most women won't do. It's a minor sacrifice. That minor sacrifice will rake in dividends for her in the long run. It's like he's going to, if she asks for anything, time after this, anytime after this, and she asks us something like, baby, like, I need a ride to the airport. Can you, like, sure, I'll do it. No problem. It's like 4 a.m. You got to get there. Hey, I'll do it. He's like, he will have no qualms. Like wherever she asks, he will like, okay, I can guarantee like she's gonna get it, because she has earned that trust. It isn't given frivolously because she's just pretty. She didn't just show up and graced him with her presence. That's not enough for guys. We want to be able to be sure that you're there for the right reasons.
Bitch, I might love you.
Shut up, because I want McDonald's? That's crazy.
No, not because you want McDonald's. You just don't understand how deep this is right now. Okay?
American shit, damn. Can you give me a McFlurry? Can you give me an ice cream too?
Yeah, I'll get you whatever you want.
And how politely she asked. And like body language. Look the way she looks at him. Longingly, lovingly. This is the look of a woman. She don't got no other like rosters. She is hyper focused on this man. That's what we want to also know, that you're not entertaining any other dudes. If and I think the more wiser dudes will know this more than the naive guys out there, where they kind of read that she is so into you. It's clearly there's more often than not no guys in the picture. You don't know, like some women can be very good at being chameleons, but just from what I'm gathering, you know, what's in front of me, she has this longing look, almost like a rom-com if you think about it, like a ghetto rom-com, where she is so into this man, and she's kind of taller than average, than the average woman. But the fact that like guys tend to ignore, like if this was the flip side, if like because most girls are hung up about a guy's height, like, oh, he's 5'9", 5'10", and completely discount him despite everything else probably working, that all the other check boxes pretty much working, but that one thing they all harp on that isn't working for them. I understand girls like guys as tall, but the average height is like 5'9", 5'11" in the U.S. It's not that many guys above 6 feet nowadays. 6 feet isn't even the bare minimum no more to women. It has to be absurdly tall, like a freaking giant. It's kind of crazy. I get it. I think it's like lizard brain for women. It's like he's tall, he can be able to better protect me, just under that assumption. But can you imagine guys? Guys don't disqualify over minor quote unquote icks. So what? Like she's taller than your average woman, but everything else is working. We will let that part slide very easily. Of course, you can say like, "Oh, because y'all stick your thing in anything." To some extent, that is true. Yes, I'm not can't even like fault you for that take on men, but we operate on practicality. We know like the bare essentials what we want in terms of a partner. If a girl can't cook, but she fills out all the other boxes, we can let that slide. She's taller than an average woman. So what? She's gonna be my little Amazon. I don't care. Guys will let a lot of stuff slide if you fill out the majority of the most important things. We only got like 5 or 6 things on our list. It's not a crazy amount, and it's something that any woman can fulfill. It's not hyper specific for one demographic of women.
Come on, baby.
Aww.
It's just so sweet. And I don't use that word lightly. That she can just like she's not getting the ick. Like, how dare you take me to the she's not letting icks get in the way of true love. This is true love. By the just the fundamental meaning of the word.
I ain't gonna lie, because what you just did hit a pimp right in the heart.
What?
Yeah, it hit a pimp right now in the heart. You don't understand, man. You might.
And I guess I'm shocked she's confused, but because it clearly never because never been in like a guy's shoes before. If she if she had, she'll probably get it immediately. Because this guy probably dealt with a lot of shady girls that didn't appreciate what he provided or what he could provide or within his capabilities, and not forcing him to go above and beyond his capabilities in order to fulfill whatever instant gratification she has. This woman won't give him that problem. I'm pretty sure if he proposed to her and he suggested a simple wedding at his house in the backyard, she'll be down. She will not put up a fuss just by the simple fact she didn't put up a fuss here. Not saying he'll make a habit out of this, but he just needed to know confirmation. It's like now she essentially has his trust for life. We guys don't ask from us. What little we ask and you fulfill those tasks without backsass, we will not forget it. And anything you ask of us, we will happily give because you earned that trust. We know you are going to be good to us, rest and do some reciprocity along the way.
I bring a tear. You might bring a pimp tear to my eye right now.
What's going on, child?
You might have just brought a motherfucking tear to my eye right now. A pimp tear to be exact.
He's tearing up. It's like he never experienced, he probably never, or at least not for a very, very long time, a woman who has this healthy behavior. It's almost the same way I felt when like a girl that I was interested in, was thinking of me and try to help me with a particular test. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but it's just something like I was just kind of like taken aback. I was like, wait, you actually want to, wait, because a guy would think it was like some kind of scam or something, or like, wait a minute, what are you trying to get out of this? Like, it's just we get so skeptical because we are like we can't take women at face value like we used to. Like it's just a shame that we want to be able to know that you girls are nice little angels, but we got burnt too many times. Matter of fact, I always had this kind of stern stance on being vulnerable to a woman, and nothing against women in general, but it's just that all too often in multiple generations, many walks of life, guys have experienced multiple times that being vulnerable to a girl, sharing things, about them to a lady, often backfire. Not all the time. I know there are, women out there who actually appreciate that vulnerability, but it's too many that do not. Too many that you throw a rock out the window, you hit a girl that will, tell your secrets in some capacity, or throw it in your face in some capacity. It may not be immediate, but at some point when she get in her feelings, that will be the knee-jerk reaction, especially if she's losing the argument. He will never have to worry about that with this lady.
I didn't think that it was possible to find a broad that would.
American.
He will never have to worry about this lady. I can see her being like more will have no qualms of taking in his vulnerability and not getting some kind of like ick or losing respect to on a lizard brain level, and not losing respect for him because he's matter of fact, he's crying right now. So the fact that like she's just like she's just confused of anything else is why it's like such a big deal. But she's just like, hey, you can just share things. Like a guy wants to be able to know for certain that he can share things with you that without you potentially throwing it in his face because you're ticked off about something that he probably did. Oh, man.
What is going on?
I don't know who's in the back, also filming, but it's just, clearly this had to be some kind of like just a test. But if anything, I would bet, and I'm pretty sure this happened just this past Valentine's Day, I will bet that by the time by early next year, if not late this year, he'll be proposing to this woman. I guarantee it. He got the look of, oh yeah, I'm marrying this girl. I'm cuffing her immediately. I cannot let this woman off into the wilderness and these dirty streets of the dating pool. Like, absolutely not. And I strongly advise this guy never let her go. Matter of fact, if he has the capability of making her sure she's like a housewife so she can primarily be in the house, best do it, dude. This is the kind of woman you do not want in, like not in terms of some insecurity level. No, I'm talking about this. Protect this woman at all cost. Do not let her get potentially tempted or defiled by any crooked people out there, man or woman. Because especially certain ladies who, because she is probably gonna follow his lead, gonna make sure he's good, gonna take care of him, and have some uppity, entitled, not can't get a man type of chick in her ear whenever, like, there's some kind. When they see some type of cracks in a relationship or something that's so small that she has to, talk it out or vent it out with her friends, instead of just letting it, pass or getting over it, those girls will probably be in her ear. Like, this type of woman probably will not, allow that, but it'll be imperative this guy, have a sit down with her and let her know what it is, so that way she will avoid, because guys supposed to be the leaders, we're supposed to be the guiding ones, guide her to make sure that when she's out and about shopping or whatever she does for a living, that she will not let certain bird brain women or dirty dudes tempt her in any kind of way off the path that she's following, that he is setting. I strongly advise this guy to do his due diligence to make sure this girl don't escape his grasp, because she is a keeper. Perfect example of a keeper. I wanted to talk about this so bad, and it kind of is over 30 minutes. But man, oh man, I wanted to share that. That is just a lovely woman. Marry her immediately. Strongly advise. Take her off the market. Do it fast. Don't know if they actually are like a solid, like an already committed relationship, but going off the basis, let's say they're not. Wife her up immediately. Introduce, each other to each other's family. Make sure that let me know this is my girl. And ask her daddy, whoever father figure in her life is like, I'm going to marry this girl. I just want to make sure I get your blessing, because I just know. Guys know. We know. If a guy's being vague about, if you ask him, what are we, and you use some kind of vague answer, you're not the one. Not for him. And I advise you to remove yourself from that guy's presence. Because a guy would know what kind of woman he wants, and he'll know when he sees it. Just by her behavior or mindset or the way she might talk with him, or just doing certain minor things to show that she's invested in him. And because you'll separate yourself from the pack that makes you stand out. Not saying it's like a foolproof plan. There's always there's nothing certain in this life but death and taxes. But it will increase your odds, and then definitely for him as well, to know that, okay, I have something of great potential here that I should heavily invest and explore. The pros outweigh the risk in this factor. That's something it will help people in mind. But anyway, that was my thoughts. I just wanted to show that off, because that was just, oh God, it spoke to my soul. And I'm not even with the woman. This is something most guys are looking for. The guys with good moral character, that's something we ultimately want in a woman. We don't care if you're tall or you can't cook. That's surface level stuff. Do you have good character? Are you feminine? Can you follow a guy's lead? Will you be submissive? Meaning you're not argumentative. Every blue moon. I won't say blue moon, but every 5 minutes or so. Those little things that we as guys ultimately are looking for into a long-term partner. Sure, we would like you to be sexy as well, but that's case by case. What's sexy to me might not be sexy to another guy. But there's typically crossover. But you catch my drift. We don't have a laundry list of stuff, but we just, over time, guys just understood what's the bare essentials that we overall need, that most women can easily adapt to or can just do offhand anyway. We pretty much crunch the numbers essentially. Anyway, I will see you guys in a little bit for another reaction video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. What's your opinions? Leave a like and follow me on my Twitch and YouTube channel as I stream games, reactive videos, as well as review content. And I'll see you all soon. Peace.